Hi everyone, welcome to my channel. This is Michelle with Sunstones and Moonlight, bringing you a energy check-in, a collective energy check-in, and let us see what is going on with the collective right now. Let's see what the collective is releasing at the moment. What is the collective releasing at the moment? I call upon my angels, I call upon the white light to come into this reading to bring messages of guidance and confirmation, hope and healing, peace. Thank you to the divine that I am a clear and open channel so I may deliver the messages for those that need to hear this. Extremes. What I'm getting with this right away is that some of you really need to release and come into a balance, not extreme one way or the other, releasing some of the duality and balancing your light and shadow, balancing your divine feminine and your divine masculine, balancing what your thought life, what you really think, because some of you are in the highest of highs and then the lowest of lows, and not in a not somebody that has a mental illness, not like that, because that is something that is chemical, and this is just something that is within your mindset. Like if things go wrong, and anything could go wrong, life is what it is. But if something doesn't turn out the way that you want, is it really wrong? And especially with this divine masculine's back, do you need to let go of that relationship that has you on highs and lows? It's either really good or it's really not so good. For some of you, you may need to release that. It can even be released with this full moon in Capricorn coming up towards the end of the week. It could have a lot to do with releasing the extremes in a job and letting go of your hold on it, and then to trust. Trust in the process, trust in the divine, trust that everything will work out for your own good. So releasing extremes and building trust. Trust your intuition, trust your inner guidance, trust with what may be being told to you from the divine. What is the divine telling you, and are you willing to listen? Darkness. I think that's pretty neat. Almost a full moon here, and then the darkness here. This reminded me of the eclipse almost right away. Some of you might still be dealing with some of that. You knew maybe you were supposed to let something go during this past eclipse season. That was a very powerful one. I know for myself it was very transformative. I mean, I took time off from Instagram, YouTube, Reiki sessions. I didn't do anything for about 6 weeks time. So some of you that may have not have done that, the process may have been started, and then you might be really doing some of that now. That shadow, releasing that extreme shadow, the darkness. Sometimes we have things within ourselves that we really cannot always help, but it's maybe not to focus on them. Maybe it is to realize that is where you need to ask for help, divine guidance. And on a 3D level, sometimes I know someone, they've passed on now, but they weren't very good at keeping up their home. It's just something that they struggled with. They worked a lot. And I just remember saying, it's okay to get a housekeeper, have somebody come in and clean your home. We were from a generation where you didn't do that. You were able to do it all. You can clean, you can cook, you can work full time, raise children, you could do everything. And it's not a bad thing, but sometimes you just need help. And it was nice to have somebody come in. You're working so hard and you can't do everything. And then you want to have time for fun and you want to go do things and you want to spend time with your family and friends. Something has to give. And so for some of you, you may need to see if that is your darkness. Not necessarily cleaning, but anything like that. And it's okay to ask for help. It's okay to delegate it. It's okay to release the extreme thoughts that go along with this. Extremes in a relationship that brings out your darkness, that brings out sadness, that brings out shadow. And trust. Trust that it's okay, that you can bring everything into balance. Let's get some tarot on this. Four of Pentacles. Yeah, what are you holding on to so tightly? What are you clutching to you? You know, Pentacles have a lot to do with your finances, your purse strings, because she's holding a purse. Are you clinging on to it too tightly, not willing to let some of it go, to be a giver? It can be so many different things. And I feel like there's a refusal here, a refusal to listen. Like her head is turned. She doesn't want to hear. And some of you may even click off right now because you may not want to hear. But Eight of Wands, it doesn't matter. Communication, fast moving. Somebody's going to tell you. If you don't want to hear it here, you don't want to know about it, it's going to come through anyway. Somebody's going to tell you. Maybe what you don't want to hear, maybe what you need to hear. That you have your own inner light. That you need to look within. The Star is a beautiful card. It's taking you to the next level. And if you are willing to listen and someone is willing to guide you and speak into your life, then you're going to shine. You're going to come to a whole new level. The darkness will be released. The Star is bright. It's magnificent. You will be letting and releasing of the extremes and not refusing to listen, to hear what is coming through. Things will move so quickly. Your life will turn around in whatever area that you need to. What are you releasing? A strong will? Because that kind of popped when I was doing my pre-shuffle. Are you releasing a strong will? Stubbornness? Not willing to learn? Not willing to listen? But if you can release that, you will be taken to new heights, new levels. Your connection with the divine will get even more powerful. You will come to a whole new level of who you are and where you're going and where you want to be. The Five of Wands. Releasing competition, releasing arguing with others, releasing old patterns that keep you stuck. Where are you stuck? Is it in your job? For some of you, do you have extremes within your job? I would show you, but it was literally a handful. Um, do you have extremes on your job? Are you very productive, then have times of low productivity because you get caught up in your mind, or you don't like someone, you feel like someone holds you back? Are you refusing to listen to take new classes, new courses online? Does someone have a new way of doing things and you only like the old way? Not that the old way doesn't work, but maybe the new way might work. That Eight of Wands, normally it's a great travel card, but I really feel that it is the spoken word, the written word, communication. Are you willing to listen to it? The Tower. Something is being released. The Tower has come to clear a path for you, to bring you to your star moment, to bring you what needs to come next in the next step of your journey. Yeah, we go from the Tower to the World card. Something is ending, even if you're refusing to listen, and a new beginning is coming. Don't fight it. Some of you may be fighting this. Change is tough. Change is hard. Releasing the extremes. Which is funny, the extremes in the man is feeling kind of, looks like perspiring. And we're, in certain parts of the country, we're in a heat wave. The heat may be getting to you, be making you feel hot-tempered. Because maybe you don't want to let go of this situation. You don't want to change. But you really need to trust. I have the Trust card here with the Eight of Wands and the Star card. Once things get going and you have the ability to listen, things will go so much further. Also, what I'm getting with the Star card and the Five of Wands here is that you will be able to knock out any competition. So if there is anything going on in your work-related field, in your love life, in your personal life, if there's any type of competition, you will be able to get ahead of it. You will be the victorious one because of the Star card, the Eight of Wands. The Nine of Wands. Yeah, she's triumphant here. She's on guard, but she's triumphant. She's standing her ground. The cream rises to the top, is what I've heard. And with this World card, with the Tower coming, things kind of crumbling down, that clears away and something ends, something begins, and you come out on top victorious. The Wounded Warrior. The person that is always ready for battle. But know that there's nobody else standing here. It's just her. She's on top. And it's telling you, you got this. You're the one who reigns supreme in the end. Releasing any baggage that needs to be released. Release any burdens that you may be carrying. That could be part of your extremes, is that you carry worries and burdens of others that you do not need to carry. the wheel. Things are changing, and I feel like all the good that you have done is coming into play for you. And karma is going to have its way with you when you trust the divine, when you trust the process, when you trust yourself. When it comes down to the end, you're releasing the inability to trust yourself. The Emperor. I love this. The Emperor is someone who is in charge. But I like that you will be manifesting a new life for yourself. You're going to be manifesting your kingdom. This tower's coming, it's clearing away. Whatever that it is, it could be that hard conversation. Maybe, someone gets let go from their job. Maybe that happens to you. Maybe you have to be the one to let someone go. That's not easy to do. Even when they kind of deserve to be let go, sometimes it's not easy to do. But you'll be stepping into your power. With the tower, the world, the star card, you will be stepping into your power. You're coming to a whole new level. What does the viewer need to release and let go of? And what does the viewer need to allow to come in? Realization. I think that's what the tower is going to do, is give you the epiphany that you need. The realization that the divine, the universe, has your back. That only good things are coming your way. Hunger. You're wanting more. The realization is coming that you would like more. More in your life, more in your job, more in your career. A hunger more for the divine. You also can be releasing that hunger for power and fame. Even though you have the star card, which you can become famous, and that is very real, but the hunger for it, it's going to come, but it's going to come naturally. That could be something that you are releasing. The hunger that makes you do things that you wish you didn't do. The hunger for control. When you finally realize that the only person that you can control is yourself, you are set free from so many things. And it's so much easier to trust the divine when you realize you can't control your spouse, when you can't control the outcome to anything, because all of us have free will. All of us need to have our own way. It doesn't mean that you don't live a good life. It doesn't mean that you don't follow the rules. The rules are there, and certain rules are made to be broken. As we are evolving, we're realizing the hunger for success. Really, you will be successful and you'll have the finances that you want or need or desire once you let things go and allow it to come to you naturally. The Emperor. He works very hard, but an emperor, a true emperor, rules with diligence. He also is very fair and very honest because he's all the kings combined. So he's the King of Swords, he's the King of Cups, he is the King of Wands, he's the King of Pentacles. He's all of those together. And he's fair and he's honest, giving and kind-hearted, charismatic, funny, sees the truth, speaks the truth, but is also very generous. Generous of heart, generous of finances, generous of spirit. This flipped out, growth. You are growing. You have had a lot of growth. When you release the extremes, the growth comes. The growth comes in and you will not be the same. Let's just get one more. And pleasure. You're not going to be so financially focused that you're going to receive so much pleasure and joy and happiness in life that you will be able to give and receive pleasure, and not just in a sexual way. I'm talking about pleasure like children. You know, they're so happy. You give them a little ball, they're so happy. That is how you'll be. You're happy, large or small. You are going to have so much pleasure in just doing what you need to do. You won't be able to contain your pleasure. This tower, as it changes everything, will bring you lots of pleasure. Sometimes when the tower comes, it hurts. It makes you cry. It makes you ask. But it's the trust. Trust in the divine timing. Let's get a couple of Sacred Self Oracles. I love these. These are very, very powerful messages on this card. Thank you to the divine. Bring some very detailed messages. Find luxury in both the small and larger things in your life. Allow yourself to feel proud of your accomplishments and successes and look back at how far you've come. Wow, that is just what I said. I don't know if you can read that. That is awesome. That is what you're going to be able to do with this pleasure card. You're going to be able to look back and see how far you've come when you release that inner struggle that you may be having. Bring more calm and peace to your life. Self-created thought forms, worrying about the future and dwelling on the past is causing anxiety. Shift your thoughts into balance and back into the present moment. Wow, that is what this reading really has been all about. They put it into better words than I did. That's why I love these cards. They're probably one of my most favorite decks. Releasing the worry, the fear, the anxiety. Just know with that Nine of Wands, even though it's the Wounded Warrior, that Wounded Warrior came out on top. And you have the power and the strength to keep going forward. You are currently on the path of higher spiritual ascension. You may find that you are no longer resonating with previous timelines and vibrations. Trust that your soul knows exactly which path to walk at this time. Let's get one more. This is a period of purging and releasing karmic contracts, subconscious blockages, and other past experiences or energies. You may feel uncomfortable symptoms. Breathe and surrender to this deep healing. I feel like for a lot of you, that is what this all is about, especially with the extremes card. It's about purging and releasing blockages, releasing the extremes of one way or another. And it has to be left or right or wrong, masculine, feminine, light or dark. You really need to release some of that and come to a calm place of Zen. Wow, that is what I have for you today. Thank you so much for listening. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe, and I will catch you on my next reading. Thank you and be blessed.